Hello students, today we will be going over 12.6, average rate of change. This is on page 183 if you are in a regular class, and page 195 if you are in honors. Okay, so our objective today, I can identify key features of graphs of linear and exponential functions. So first, to go along with that, we will need some vocabulary. Right here, rate of change is a rate that describes how one quantity changes in relation to another quantity. Right over here, the rate of change is actually the change in y divided by the change in x. That is indicated by this symbol of a triangle y over triangle x. So whenever you see this, you know, oh, that's the change in y over the change in x. So this is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I went ahead and put an example, and you could write this down, please do, and then I will show you how to find the rate of change between these 2 points. I've already indicated x1, y1, and I couldn't get the computer to do a sub number, but it should be like x1 like this, and y1 like this over here, and then x2 and y2 over here. So here's our points. And I'm going to start with y2 up on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and take my y2, and it will be 5 minus my y1 is 1, and that's going to be divided by, let's see if I can figure out the underline. Maybe not. Okay. So just put it underneath. And then I'm going to go back and do AB on the bottom. Just connect those points. And below that, I should get my x2, which is 3, minus my x1, which is 2. Okay, so I'm going to move that a little bit under there. So if I go 5 minus 1, that will give me 4. And then I'm going to divide that by 3 minus 1, which is 1. And that equals 4. Okay, so there's kind of a brief review of how you find the rate of change, or in this case, it's the slope between 2 points. So that's basically what this whole lesson is about. However, we're going to find the average rate of change. So the rate of change of an average is the rate of change between 2 points or in an interval. So we have this graph right here, y equals 2/3 x minus 3. Input means all real numbers. We're putting in every real number for our x values. However, we're only going to look between x is -2 to x is 0. So x is -2 is right here. So we go -2, it goes all the way down to -6 is my y value. And when x is 0, -4 is my y value. So I'm going to say, what is the rate of change? So I can do rise over run from here. So I go 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. So I say that average rate of change is 3 over 2. And I can leave it as an improper fraction, and it's fine. Now it says from 0 to 4. So from 0 to 4. So these are values of x that we're putting in there. So when x is 0, y is -3. So I go 1, and I want to get over to 4, all the way over to here. So I'm going to do rise over run. So I start here, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I rise 6, and then I go over 4. So I'm going to say this is 6 over 4. Now we want to simplify it as much as we can. And so 6 over 4, if you divide each by 2, that will be 3 over 2. Okay, so I should probably put an equal sign in between. You can do that. Well, let me see if I can put the equals. Okay, now from -2 to 6. So -2 value of x goes all the way down here, and 6 value of a y goes all the way up here. So when the value of x is -2, y is -6. So I'm going to rise how many before I get to the 6 dots? Here's the 6 dot. So I go up 6 to here. I go up 6 more to here. So I go 12 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 12. Oops. Let me put a new one here. 12 divided by, or 12 over 8, which also simplifies. 4 goes into each to 4 thirds. No, not 4 thirds, sorry. 3 halves. Because 4 goes into 12 3 times, 4 goes into 8 2 times, so it's 3 halves. So when you have a straight line, the rate of change should be the same no matter which point you start on and which point you end up on. So remember that with a straight line, the rate of change should always be the same here. Now we get a look at this fun one right over here, where we put y equals x to the third plus 1. First, we want to find the rate of change when x is -2 to x is 0. So if we go -2, it looks like the y value is -7. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. -7 over. Now, how many do I rise? I rise 7, and I'm going to what? To 0. And that's going to be here. So I rise 8, and I go over 2. So if I rise 8, and I go over 2, so that is going to be rise 8, and I run 2. So that I can simplify all the way to 4. So if it's improper fraction, you can leave them here, but if they reduce to a whole number, you need to write the whole number. So it basically rises 4 over 1, rise 4 over 1. Even though it's not a straight line, you will have the rate of change as 4. Now it says from 0 to 1. So from my x value 0 to 1, I rise 1 and I run 1. So if I put that over here, I'm going to put rise 1 and I run 1. Rise over run. And that simplifies as well to 1. Now I say I'm going to go from -1 all the way to 2. So if I go -1 right here, I'm at 0, and then I'm going to go to 2. So I rise 1, 2, and I run 1, 2. So I say 2 over 2, and that equals 1. So the rate of change can be different depending on the interval of x to the third, y equals x to the third plus 1. So again, you're inputting all real numbers. Here, you're just trying to find the rate of change between 2 points, and it can vary there, okay? Now, I also wanted to do number 4. It's kind of a trickster one. So if I do number 4 here, because it's just points, so you're going to go by points only and not anything in between. So if x is 0 to x is 3, so I'm going from this point right here up to this point. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. So I disregard anything in between. I only look at these 2 points. So I rise 4 and I run 3. Okay. Now we're going to go on to the next one here where x is 2 right here, and it goes all the way to 5. Here I rise 1 and I run 1, 2, 3. So again, you disregard anything in between, and I go 1 third, and that's my rate of change between 2 and 5. Then I'm going to go from 3 to 6. 3 is clear up here, and 6 is down over here. So going down means I'm going to have a negative slope. So I'm going to go ahead and put negative in there. How much do I go down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I go over 1, 2, 3. So I put -5 over 3. Okay? And there's my different rates of change for this relation here, which is a set of points. Okay? All right, students, I think we can get the rest of these. You rock!